Today's cold case spotlight is Krista Merrill. She's been missing for over 4 months now. The reward is still up, and there are no new leads or information on this case. So if you know anything, please call the phone number at the bottom of the picture. Tonight's West Virginia cold case deep dive is on Edie Roush. She has now been removed from the missing persons registry as she has been found deceased. At just 5'4" and 85 pounds, Edie Roush had not been seen since November 19th. Her body has been found and has now been sent to Montgomery County for an autopsy. The Meigs County Sheriff's Office is the police department leading the searches on this case, and they say that Edie Roush died from drowning. They found her on December 24th, the day before Christmas. Now, Meigs County Sheriff's Department is saying there's no indication of foul play, and she was missing for more than a month. Now, Edie's daughter was helping on the search parties that the Meigs County Sheriff's Department was launching, and she was very appreciative of the people who assisted in that, but they couldn't find her for the longest time. And Captain Frank Stewart said officers have been to her home daily since she's been missing. In that bottom paragraph, he says, "We've conducted search warrants out there. We've had some search parties out there this past weekend. We've flown a drone. We've had cadaver dogs. So we're absolutely doing everything we can. We're just not having any luck." Now, I checked the temperature for November 19th, and it was a low of 47 degrees. And the bar on the bottom is lined up with that. And you can see the averages are actually under that. So it wasn't that cold on that particular night. Now, even though the coldest it got on November 19th was 47 degrees, you have to understand Edie Roush was only 85 pounds. And when you get older, your skin kind of thins out a little bit, and you have to consider water temperature as well. But we're talking about a creek, and the creeks around here are very shallow. So in order to drown in something like this, you would have to be forcefully held down in there, or you would have to get knocked out unconscious and fall in there face first. But that's what the autopsy is saying, that she died from drowning. Now, this article from WSAZ says Roush's stepdaughter, Savannah Hunt, said she went to visit her stepmother the day that she was reported missing. It goes on to say, "I went over there to see her, and she wasn't home, so I left a note for her to let her know that I came over," Savannah Hunt said. She said Roush loved her grandkids and always looked after her. When she didn't hear from her, friends and family began to worry. "I don't know anybody that would really want to hurt her because, like I said, she was a good person," Hunt said. Sheriff's office said they found Edie Roush by a creek in the Portland area about a mile from her home after searching daily. "Edie didn't walk a lot. Not far from her house. She didn't take off," Landis said. Now, Landis is a next-door neighbor, and I'm going to show you where the stepdaughter lives. It's very close by. Here's some of the associates of Edie Roush, and you can see Brian Hunt. I've got him circled on here. I think he's family, might be a brother of Savannah Hunt, maybe. I think they live together. There's Loretta Landis again, her picture of her Facebook profile, and she's one of the next-door neighbors. Now, this is 31-165 Ross Road. That's where Edie Roush lived, and you can see it was right on that Groundhog Creek that kind of loops around the road. The second dot is where I believe her body was found, somewhere in that vicinity. Right down here at Valley Bell Road, that's where Savannah, her stepdaughter, lives. So you can see how close they are, and she checked on her all the time. So it says, according to Meigs County Sheriff, there was a body in a creek near Lovett Road in Portland on Tuesday evening. So they got there, and it took them about an hour and a half to figure out it was Edie Roush. And this is her daughter, not Savannah, but her daughter. And it says it confuses me as well. Honestly, I don't understand how the drones didn't see her or dogs didn't pick up her scent either. When we did the search party, we didn't get to go on that road before it got dark, and the cops ended it. The man's name in the trailer is Mike, who lives on her property. I'm not comfortable giving out his full name. The cops told me that he did pass a polygraph test, and yes, that is her property. She was not in Parkersburg. I spoke to her when she was in Mason, West Virginia, at her friend Angie's house on November 17th. I don't know of any friend in Parkersburg. I'm not completely convinced that there wasn't foul play. They just haven't found any evidence yet that there was. They are still awaiting toxicology results from the autopsy. They also told me that she had no marks or bruising of any kind on her body that you would see in a struggle or something like that when she was found. So that's encouraging news. I mean, they are trying, and they are still waiting to see if maybe she had some substances in her body that could have caused her to collapse or fall down, maybe. And then we got word that she was at her friend Angie's house on the 17th, which is 2 days prior to her coming up missing. So we have no idea what's going on, really. But why did the drones not find her? She was less than a mile away. And why did the cadaver dogs not sniff anything? To me, I think her body was dumped there after the fact, probably sometime shortly before Christmas Eve, and somebody else found her body. I'm going to double back over and see if I can't find that Angie from Mason, West Virginia. Maybe this woman knows something that can point us in the right direction. I don't know Edie's history or anything about her, but it just doesn't seem right. So what do you guys think?